What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you new, my name's Cam. On today's video I'm going to be talking to you about Tux's bike training and what I'm going to be getting on with. So let's get straight into it. Yes, it's a big hype, it's a big one today. I'm sure most of you are going to be enjoying this one. But basically I want to be getting Tux doing bike training because obviously I don't want him just to be a pet sat at home doing F all. Because think about it, this dog has got so much more potential. If you see what he's doing right now, you probably disagree with me. He's trying to eat the carpet, but oi, leave it. Good boy. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, this dog has obviously got so much potential. You know what he was bred for. I'm sure you all know. I don't need to get into the history and all the rest of it. But basically, I'm going to be obviously getting him working as a protection dog. So in regards to the bike training, I've had so many people make comments about getting him in for actual proper training and getting professional help, etc. I've had some of my own people and people that obviously subscribe to my channel say that I shouldn't be getting him to bite on my arm and doing the bike training on myself. Some people have said because he won't be putting in as much effort because he wouldn't want to bite and intentionally hurt me or unintentionally hurt me. So apparently that's something the dog's psychology he doesn't want to do. And another reason is somebody said that he could eventually turn on me. Now, I do appreciate people's comments, of course, and I will take them on board, but personally, I beg to differ and I want to try it out myself because I've noticed when I've got Tux working doing not just his basic commands, but obviously when I'm out in the woods and stuff and I'm telling him to climb and do crazy activities or just random things and new things, he really loves to work. I've noticed that with him. He loves to play and he loves to work. When I've got him sat there just doing basic commands like sit, paw, the right paw, left paw, which I've obviously taught him to do right paw and left paw, but he does kind of get bored sometimes and he wants to do more energetic things that make him think and things that make him get more energetic. So I've noticed he likes to work. Tux, hey Tux, leave the wall alone, stop licking it. But yeah, so he loves to work. So I've noticed that when I'm getting him to work and obviously I'm giving him commands, he's engaging with me a lot better. He's maintaining eye contact. He's listening to me when I'm obviously giving him that attention, and obviously when I'm obviously building that bond with him, it's really good. So I've started doing my bike training with him. I've not bought a sleeve as of yet. Two reasons why. Because one, the main reason obviously is because I want to make sure that I can get him to stop when I tell him to stop, so he doesn't just latch on to the things that I'm using now and he doesn't just bite and start thrashing like he does. I want him to learn to stop when I say it and to let go when I say it, because obviously if I've got him on my arm and it starts hurting and he's not letting go, I don't want to cause any further issues and any potential major problems. I don't want to cause that for myself, and obviously I'm just a bit scary thinking about it. And eventually I want to obviously buy a bodysuit as well and get him biting legs and certain other areas of the body and pushing me over, etc. And the second reason is I simply can't afford it as of yet. Yeah, so if anyone wants to donate or buy me one, then yeah, I'd be happy to give you my address. Only joking. No, but really, for real though, I ain't got the money to afford it right now. Moved into a new house, we've got a baby, so I'm obviously my priorities are elsewhere, and obviously just funds are a little bit tight at the moment. But eventually, of course, if I can, hopefully, if I don't die or anything, he don't end up killing me, I want to eventually obviously invest into the sleeve and bodysuits and the rest of it. But yeah, so for now, I've been using one of his toys, which is a rope. I'm going to be showing you guys some videos of the training that I've been doing with him, and then obviously as we progress and obviously we invest into more equipment, I'll be obviously doing updates on that. So let's get straight into it. Good boy. Stop. Leave it. Good boy. Let's go. As you guys can see from the videos, I've been using one of his ropes because one, obviously the length of it gives me the ability to stretch it out when I need to. It gives me the ability to tease him, obviously because I'm using different commands. I'm using one command to obviously teach him to be aggressive and start barking and approaching but not biting, and then I use a separate command to actually attack it. So when I'm using the teasing one, I use the rope and I start obviously teasing him, putting it in front of him, wafting it about, saying the verbal cue to obviously provoke him. but I don't want him biting it. So obviously I want to be able to pull it away, or even like when I tell him to attack it, I don't want to just let him grab it straight away. I want to tease him into it, so he has to work for it. He has to like run to get it. He has to try and catch it, because obviously if there's a burglar in the property, if somebody's trying to attack me, they're not going to just stand in one place. They're going to swing trying to attack him. They're going to move around. Obviously if they've got a knife or a weapon, they're going to try and hit him, or if there's someone trying to run away, they're going to try and run off and escape. So I want him to be able to adapt to the movement. Do you understand? So at the moment, like I said, I'm not getting him on my actual sleeve yet. I've got him working in the sense that he has to get used to the scenarios. So I'm using 3 different scenarios at the moment. Obviously, one, you'll see that on this particular video, I was hiding behind the shed, and I was imitating like a burglar breaking into the property or trying to come into our obviously premises. So I'm hiding behind the shed, and I'm trying to get him to analyze the situation where he notices the movement. He goes confidently to obviously approach the situation and see what's going on. So obviously he does that, as you can see from the video. And when he gets there, we've given him the verbal command to obviously be ready to attack, not to attack, but to being ready to attack. So he stands up and he's waiting there. He's not running off or backing off. As I've watched some videos on on YouTube, where they've done experiments to see if the dogs will attack any intruders, but the dogs end up getting overwhelmed and running off. They'll come back and back, but they run off, but they don't hold their ground. So I've got Tux to learn to hold his ground. In the second scenario, you can see that I'm pretending to be right in front of him. So imagine somebody coming, potentially trying to attack you or attack your missus or one of your family members, and the dog's just standing there. If the dog's not being aggressive and showing that it's defensive, people aren't going to be scared of him. He's not going to be a deterrent. So what I'm trying to do in this sort of video is I'm showing him that I've got my life, I'm coming, and I'm pretending to be aggressive or abusive and shouting. And then I want Tux to learn that when he notices this aggressive or he notices this aggressive behavior or some sort of attitude, I want him to know to start being defensive. So I put my hands up, I'll walk around, I'll pretend that I'm scared. I'm you know, like obviously if someone's going to attack you, like whoa, you know, that sort of scenario. So I'm getting him to do that sort of work. And then when I give him the command, when I see that person going to attack or move too quick, then I tell him to attack. And then the third scenario, I've pretended somebody's breaking into the house. So they're either trying to open the door or they're trying to like obviously climb through the window. I've not done that one yet, but I will be. I've kind of done it with the shed video. If you watch carefully, I'll put it in here now. But I've done it with the shed video, pretending that somebody's in the property, but it's a shed for now. So imagine you've got a back garden shed and someone's trying to hide in there or whatever. So I've got him doing that sort of scenario. But imagine somebody trying to break into your house. I'm showing that he can potentially go after them with his own intuition. I don't want him just to wait for a command, because what if I'm not home? What if I'm not around? I want him to learn to do that himself. So as you can see from these videos, guys, I'm working on him. It's obviously a work in progress, but he's clearly got it in him. He's picking up on it so quick. I'm not struggling with this sort of training. He loves it, to be honest. I want to obviously start doing agility training and the rest of it with him, but like I said, finances are I'm very, very tight on my budget at the moment. I'm struggling a little bit, if I'm honest. But I'm going to be doing all sorts of training with him, but the bike training is something that Tux is really enjoying. So I would definitely recommend it to anyone who's got a Doberman. Get him on bike training. And as you can see, I'm sure I've captured it on a couple of the videos, so I'm just going to go over them and just double check before I add it in. But if you look at them, I've also worked on teaching him to stop. So luckily with Tux, I don't know, I didn't intentionally do it, but unintentionally I've learned him how to lock on. Because apparently Dobermans have this thing called a scissor bite or something. They don't lock on. So normally they scissor bite. So they bite, let go, bite, let go. So obviously if that's a potential person or somebody who is attacking, that will cause more damage. Because imagine that bite is continuously doing more damage and not just locking on. So obviously, yeah, that's I don't know the way you want to see it, but so basically I met one of my friends in London, and his dog clearly demonstrated that. I'll see if I've got a video of it I can add in here, but he had a female Dobie. She was beautiful, Rogue. So his dog clearly demonstrated that she does the scissor bite. Luckily for me, I don't know how I managed to do it, but I've trained Tux. I've managed to unintentionally train him to lock on. watch these videos and you'll clearly see he locks on, he grips on really tight. So that's what I've built into him. So anybody can do it. It's clearly possible. If I can do it, then any of you guys can as well. You just have to make sure you play with him, get the right toy, do the right sort of training. But yeah, so I've got him obviously gripping onto the rope. So obviously if he's gripping onto my arm, that's why I said I want him to learn to stop when I say to stop and to let go when I say to let go. So when I got him obviously biting onto the rope and he locks on, when I give him the command to lock on, when I give him the command to attack, he locks on and he does this thing where he thrashes, and that's intimidating. Obviously if he was on my arm and he's thrashing, I know that would hurt. He'd probably fling me around a little bit. He's got a lot of weight to him now, so I don't want him potentially damaging my arm. So that's the reason why I'm teaching him to stop. So on these videos, as you can see, that I'm telling him to stop. So when I tell him to stop, he stops doing the thrashing. Just watch carefully, because obviously when I'm telling him to attack and he gets the command, he starts thrashing, he goes for it, he goes crazy. But then when I tell him to stop, he might hold it, he keeps it in his mouth, but he stops thrashing. So he'll stop doing the damage, he'll stop applying as much pressure. And then when I tell him to drop it or leave it, he does that. He's getting much better at it now. Obviously it's work in progress, like I said, but he knows when to leave it now. So yeah. I hope you guys have found this video useful or interesting. As always guys, you know how it is. I'd really appreciate if you could show some support and show some love by hitting the subscribe button, hitting the bell and leaving a thumbs up. If anyone's got any recommendations or want to leave any nice comments or even negative comments or any criticism, please hit me up in the comments down below. And until next time guys, over and out.